All right, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alicia, i.e. Alicia J, the walking, talking baby doll, and hopefully I'm here to give you a good day or a better day. Okay. So I'm very aware that on these nighttime live streams, people watch the replay and they don't really, um, I don't have an audience right now to where people are watching as I come on, and that's cool. So tonight I'm not going to be on that long because I got a lot of stuff that's due and projects I'm working on, and just finishing the rest of my semester. So um I'm just going to talk about anything random, and if you can relate, you can comment and subscribe and all that good stuff. So what I want to talk about, I have so many things to plan for next year, and I need to go and look at my plans that I've, come up with. Are you a long term planner or like a short term planner type of person? I've been committing and trying different like lists and things, templates to come up with a plan of like how I want my life to go, and I've never been that type of person before. And to be honest with you, I slightly regret that. Well, no, I don't live with regrets, but I do wish that I would have took it into account a lot sooner, like at 20. Yeah, like at 20, 21. I wish I would have just honed in on things, but I don't know, life is different. Everybody's life, it begins, like the chapters of life begin on different timelines for everybody, if that makes sense how I'm saying it. I could see it in my head what I'm trying to say, but like, yeah, the chapters of life, they all start at different ages for different people. Yeah, something like that. Um, so yeah, I feel like a little bit more of a late bloomer type of thing. And I was thinking about it today. I got so discouraged from watching this video of this girl, and she was talking about how she's great at 5 year, 3 year, 5 year planning or whatever, and she's trying to show you how to do it, and something about it is just very overwhelming. And I wish my personality was very organized and thorough, but it's just not, it's not me. And I kind of, I would like to be one of those type of people, and I can work on it, of course, and grow that way. But it just seems like it's much harder. It takes more work for me to be thorough, organized, punctual. I mean, I've already like handled it in some ways. Like I was telling you guys from the other live, early is on time to me, and that doctor's appointment that I was telling you guys about, I was so excited of getting there, and I got all my labs today too. And I don't know, I was so happy about. Yeah, I like my doctor and everything. The doctor's office, everybody was nice. I was like, oh my god, I've lucked out. I was just, I don't know, so in alignment with everything with that. And only thing I lost was my hair tie. I'm so mad about losing that hair tie. The day was going great, and then I lost that hair tie, and it's like my emotions just begin to spiral. But I wish I was just so organized, so thorough, so to the point where, I could just paint out my life in a more practical way. But I was not thinking practical when I was like 19, 18, 20. I was still kind of like in this dreamer mode, and now I'm in this logical mode. And if you've ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. Shout out to INFPs. What type of personality are you on the MBTI? Let me know. Comment or let me know on the replay. But yeah, that's that. I'm going to go ahead and look at what I planned not too long ago and see if I do know, like, next year, me finishing, school for the last of time, um, that's something that was on the list, so I'm excited about that. I'm not excited about planning all of the parties, like, like, all of that stuff to celebrate myself because I guess I'm just not a person who likes to celebrate. But if I had tons of fucking money, I would plan parties and stuff all the time. But, again, grow up and you become more practical about stuff like that. And I guess appear in a certain way, keeping up with the Joneses, right? But it's just something that, is it raining outside? Sound like it. But it's just something that I'm not good at celebrating myself either too much. I do a lot for other people, but when it's time to like celebrate me and me get help and things like that, I'm just not good at it. But what Aries is, anyways, yeah, that's that. Let's move on to Christmas stuff. What is your Christmas wish list and such? Mm, Last year I heard that Gen Z and younger, especially younger Gen Z or whatever, they were talking about, is it pink elephant, white elephant, pink elephant? Child, I don't know. They were talking about that skincare brand and how they want it to look a certain way. Like they want all this stuff that was just like, do you guys even need that yet in life? You're just what, under 13 or so. And yeah, the gifts for the kids are just, it's insane. And so I'm hearing this year it's just about as ridiculous, if not more. And if you have kids, or if you got a pretty hefty Christmas list, what do you have in your Christmas list? I feel like Christmas used to be so much simpler. Like you should just be happy, like with a toys from Walmart, a Toys R Us or something. You know what I mean? Or whatever store your parents shopped at. Like I used to love ponies. That was my thing. Fucking ponies and Barbies. Yeah. I actually had, either she was the Moesha or Brandy Barbie. You sure did. I had the Barbie, like the big Barbie head, and mm, she was like brown skin tone, and you could change her lipstick and do her hair and all that, put the barrettes and all that. I had the Barbie cash register. I had so many things like growing up, so many different type of toys and stuff. That's the stuff that I wanted for Christmas until like teenage years is when people really started to like want the iPhones. And um yeah, for the really just to take pictures, because that's what iPhone and Apple is good at. And so yeah, it wasn't until my teenage years I had wanted a phone for the longest, but my parents just wouldn't let me really have one. So I went through a flip phone, I went through a phone that was like Nokia style, I guess is what you would say, like BlackBerry style, like all the buttons are just like on the front face of the phone. Yeah. And then what else I had? I can't. Oh, and then I had a Samsung touchscreen. And then we pretty much evolved to all touchscreen phones and iPhones. Yeah. Yeah. And so I got my first iPhone and stuff, I think sometime in high school or whatever. But yeah, it wasn't until like I got much older that it was about like makeup and phones and things. And it's kind of, it's so backwards now. Like things are 10 times more expensive, and especially like I don't know what the boys want, but it seems like the girls want shit that's like, look, I'm gonna be honest here. If I had a girl right now, not right now, but if I had a daughter and she was getting into her teens, um, really it doesn't matter the gender. I don't think they need like all this shit. Like, you know what I mean? I don't feel like they need all of these items, and when it comes to the girls, they want like wigs and stuff already or whatever. I'm like, no. You know, um in my house, I wouldn't let that fly. Like, would I do stuff with my daughter? Like, if we go to the nail salon or something, right? Which it's not something that I would do a lot, but when I did and I wanted to treat myself and my daughter, I would let her just get a simple manicure, you know, like that type of parenting. I wouldn't think that that's, out of norm to me. But like if my daughter was like, "Oh, I want these nails like Nicki Minaj or Cardi B or some type of acrylics," and I'm like, "Babe, I don't even rock acrylics, so no." Like, you know what I mean? Um, I used to experiment with makeup, which is why I'm so good at, at least doing my own. Well, I've done other people's makeup too, but I'm an expert at like understanding like my face and the shadows and the highlights and all of that. But I wouldn't have got there unless I started experimenting in my teens. But I feel like I did it in increments back then, like a little eyeshadow here, a little learning how to do my brows here. I didn't do a full face until Instagram started to become like this, you have to have the perfect picture, perfect lighting kind of thing. And then I did a full face glam makeup. And after that, I've been obsessed with how my face came out when I put all of the techniques together. But really, in my teens, before I left middle school ish, I was just experimenting with my hair and like I had it in a relaxer then, but I was experimenting with hairstyles and eyeshadow. With eyeshadow, eyeliner was my thing. And I get a lot of compliments to this day about like, how do you do your eyeliner that precise? And I'm like, it's just years of fucking doing the same thing. um, I think most people they expect a more exciting answer, but really it's like it's been fucking years of me doing the same thing over and over. Like that's what it takes to get good at it. 10,000 hours is what psychologists say, or rather a certain psychological theory says it takes to become an expert at anything. And of course, to get to those 10,000 hours, you need the money, the time, the resources, and the support system, you know, to like become a Kobe Bryant. So you need family, right? Your parents, you need them backing you and supporting you to get you to the meetings and the not the meetings, but get you to your practice and stuff early in the morning if that's the case, and dedicate picking you up at certain times, and communicating with the coach, things like that. You need all of those things as well, which kind of breaks the 10,000 hours to be an expert thing. But I think it's a pretty solid theory. I think it's like half and half. Hmm. Yeah, I think that's something I learned last year, I believe. Yeah, what else? We talked about the Christmas list thing. Um, I kind of want to talk about the Miel, what's going on with the Miel and the hair loss thing, but I try to space out how many times I talk about hair because I just feel like black community needs to stop talking about hair. We need to put more advocacy into the research of our hair but not like this. I don't know. It's just always something about hair and what it looks like and how it, whatever, you know? Now, the fact that tons of people have said that they've lost hair, I think that's a big fucking deal though. But the lack of education and things, right, would be a good way to handle the whole everything in the umbrella, you know what I mean? Um, or underneath the umbrella, yeah. So, hmm, I don't know. Yeah, so I do have an Amazon if you still want to shop from Amazon. If you're black, you do not have to shop from Amazon. I completely understand. But I do have a Christmas shopping guide, where you can find all the like trendy things. I have affordable things. I have things that are priced high. Whatever you want, you know, treat yourself, treat your kids, your family, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever. I have all of that, fragrances, jewelry pieces. I have all of that in that list, and that is commission for me. So you'd be supporting me and supporting the channel. This channel isn't monetized as of yet, and it's really difficult to get my stuff out there, so, because of the algorithm in YouTube. So, if you do want to support, it'll be in the description below all the ways that you can support. Of course, I would be really thankful and grateful for that this holiday season. Um, and or you could just, if you want to do something that's just free, no charge, no commission, put watch any of my playlists. You could put it all the way low and just let it play in the background. Really, you should be doing that for any black YouTuber, that is a black woman, that, you know, were in the 92% that you know of that openly said that she was, I guess. Yeah, you should be supporting all the black businesses and things that you can in these times. Um, yeah, you guys. I don't know. How is everybody holding up after the elections? That's that's one thing. Um, you know, I was watching this content creator. She talked about Project 2025. She was like the first one to go through and read all of it, and it's a lot. I heard somebody say go to Chat GPT and just ask about what the fuck is in it, and Chat GPT will give you, like, crucial points or whatever, and read it for you. But that's the lazy way if you want to do it that way. Um, yeah, but I was watching her video, and I think it's called something nihilism. And nihilism, from my understanding of the video, is pretty much being like, if it's so fucking bad, why even bother trying? Like, get into that point. I could be wrong about it, but that's what I was. I feel like that's what I got. The gist of it, what I got from what she was saying. Um, and I think a lot of people feel like that right now, because this year was already like, if you go through the months of each month of this year and just put down the most trending topics. Like, I was talking about J. Cole yesterday, and he released a song and nobody even fucking cared. And that was in October. And if I can remember, that's when Diddy's indictment and all that was just trending, 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 trending. So literally everything just kind of got wiped away. And another thing that I'm noticing, well, I don't know if I could say that, like, for my own personal safety and stuff, some things you just can't talk about on here, but I guess, yeah, I'm just not gonna say it because I've been trying to look up this topic and figure out, okay, well, what's the update on it? But when I tell you guys, absolutely no one has made an update on it, which makes me question, was it real or not? Nobody's deleted their videos discussing this very influential person and what was supposed to come out about them. And if I try to look up anything on it, everything is back in October. Um, it's very strange, and I'm gonna let it stay strange and see if it pops up. But I'm not gonna be the first one to say shit about it because I think it's something kind of scary and sketchy about it. Yeah. Um, I don't know. Yeah, it's just I don't know. Next year is gonna be something else. But best thing I can suggest is just try to decrease the amount of stress. Um, there's so many problems, so many things in the world to really like just get stirred up into that sometimes you have to realize you can't really the things you can control those things. And I think the black delegation has decided to pretty much do that, and things are already popping off. Um, it's crazy how stuff is already popping off, and sometimes I talk to people about it, and they just don't seem to really fully encompass what's to come. Um, I'm always learning. I'm always looking into stuff. I'm always researching things, the origin, how did it come in, how I look into everything all the time. That's one of my favorite things about being an INFP is looking into I am so well versed at things that I probably shouldn't even fucking know. But when I have a conversation with anyone, I can pretty much match you on anything. Um, However, I just have to work on being well read, or expert at something. You could be a jack of all trades, but you need to be an expert or have a skill in this world. Um, or you kind of like just screwed, to be honest with you. Um, man, it's a double-edged sword there. Yeah, so I realized that most people, it's different types of intelligence, is different types of, my type of intelligence, I guess, is the ability to be well versed and learn many things and keep learning because it fascinates me. Like it's a fun thing to do in my meantime, like a hobby. But I think some people, like they say it's book intelligence, it's creative intelligence, which is really undermined in this world. Um, there's like genius status intelligence, you know. Um, yeah, and I realized that our educational system, they've been like I've been hearing this for almost a decade now. Critically thinking is not common anymore. And when I talk to people about, and I don't have a full discussion, but just even starting off the discussion with what's possibly to come in this country, I realize majority of Americans can't even fathom how they can't think of all the dominoes that will be touched. Whereas me, at least every single night, whenever I think about the topic, I can at least see like 10 new dominoes that will be, falling. And I realize that most people, they, ignorance is bliss, you know? It provides some type of contentment in their mind. And I'm not saying that there's anything like abnormal about that, because your brain, when your brain is in situations or traumatic situations, your brain does certain things to like protect itself as a default, or it'll go on autopilot. And so I think even when it comes to this topic of tariffs and stuff, it's a lot of stuff that I realized that, well, I didn't realize that I retained from economics, microeconomics and macroeconomics. And the fact that most people didn't understand what was being discussed about changing tariffs and the tariff policies or whatever, the fact that most people didn't understand how that could affect them years down the line, or a year, whatever, down the line, couple of months, I guess it will be happening here in America. Same thing with the trying to explain to people that stimulus checks, temporarily in the short term, yeah, it may feel fucking good, but in the long term, stimulus checks is the reason why those eggs went up the way that they did. And all you hear is people say, well, print out more money or give me another check like a stimulus check. And it's so hard to explain to people sometimes. Like, you have some people, they're great with comprehending and taking the information and being like, I'll think about that, you know. But then you have some people who they're completely like, they're either absent minded, or they're not really, they're stubborn to learning new information. And when I get older, I really hope I'm not extremely stubborn. I don't expect people to think like me, you know, or even worse, like people who are challenged on how they think and feel or believe get very combative and violent. Yeah, I never want to be those two things, but I do think that learning and good education is power. And I've learned a lot of things from my education, but I feel like some people, well, at least in America, the education could be better. And it's just not, here. I'm gonna be honest, it's just not. And you have a lot of teachers fighting for it, and really, they might be about to put these robots in the places of teachers. And you know I don't know, man, it's really crazy, because all of that protesting and stuff, they're gonna figure out a way to get you out of the way and just put in a robot, and the robot won't complain about teaching the kids how they want to teach them. you know it's something else. I hope my nieces and nephews, I don't want them to be uneducated or not have the ability to critically think and piece together information that they have collected for their betterment or something. I really don't look forward to. It's like if you're going to remove something, how are you going to make it better? And these things aren't being discussed. It's just a lot of things that don't really fucking matter, um, that are being on the top of the list, on the top of the list for next year. And I can't, I can't understand too, too, too good about it. It's just kind of like a big mind blowing thing. But with the days that keep going, it's kind of just becoming a big farce, a big fucking joke. Um, a bit dark, very dark humor, but that's what it's gonna be for the next couple of years, I think. But yeah, I don't know. My arm hurts so bad. I slept on my arm like the wrong way, and it's like I don't know if it's my neck, my shoulder blade, my arm socket. I don't know what it is. That's why I keep pausing because it hurts. Oh man. I've been on here for 30 minutes. I see no comments. I see nobody in the chat. But hey, and shout out to you if you listened this long watching the replay or something. Um, Tell me something I don't know. Yeah? Where are you from? What's your favorite food or something? And favorite dish from your country if you're from another country. I don't know. What country should I come and visit if I get the chance to travel and stuff? Um, yeah, other than that, it's a nice, decent night, y'all. I might get me some hot cocoa with marshmallows and just sleep. Give me some hot cocoa. I might spray this chocolate choco musk. Yeah, choco musk. I've been missing it, and in the video, I was like, "Oh, this is the perfect time, like fall, winter time for that scent." I might spray some of that in my room or something. Something about the spices and the seasonal spices have just been like, I guess I'm a seasonal girl, at least this year. Like, hair go back to red during this time. Well, I always do that, but it's just been a spice thing. I think I forgot what my mom used to call me. Little cayenne, cayenne. She'd say something like that. um, but yeah. Oh, I got the pumpkin pie, the pumpkin mix, and I got well, not the mix. I got pure pumpkin, and I got two pie shells, and yeah, I'm gonna be making that as well. Um, I just been doing stuff to try to like make myself happier like this year, and it's been working to a degree. It's been working. I still get to like when depression when it hits, bitch, it hits, and I am whoo like a month ago. I don't know what happened. I really don't. Like it went to all time, like worse than it's just getting worse and worse. I'll be honest with you, but um, when it's like gone and I'm doing things to maintain it, like I work out, I try to work out at least 2, 3 times a week. I was doing everything right, and about a month ago, it just hit me hard, like harder than it's ever fucking hit me with no explanation this time. And that's the part that makes me nervous. That's the part that makes me really nervous. I try not to worry about things, but I mean, yeah, it's just life, you know. I tend not to try to overthink things, but that's just my personality. And I've come to terms with, in some ways, I'm a bit more sensitive than I would like, but it's just been like this whole purging kind of effect of like just letting the emotions out and the feelings and the tears, letting it out. Cause I got in, like when I got in my 20s, when I started entering my 20s, I just kind of like, I guess, held it really tight after the teenage hormones and stuff. I just kind of held some of these feelings, I guess, really, really hard. And I didn't realize it. But it's just been a purging, man. And it's just learning and stuff. And I'm learning how to be easier on myself. Um, I'm learning slowly and learning how to just accept and take the small things in life as, you know, take the small wins, I guess is what you can say, instead of try to manifest the huge entire goal overnight or few months. But that all comes with the planning stuff. And I encourage you to plan your life, do your dream board, even if it's just doing dream board stuff, anything that encourages you to think about where you want to be, who you want to be, what, what and where you want to live. Like anything that inspires you to think about these things. If you can't do 5 years, do one. If you don't want to, if you feel like one is not enough, do 2 or 3 in the middle, you know. But just give yourself some direction, but also give yourself some room to live life. You know, my brother was saying he looks at his plan, um, I think monthly, or I guess every other month, maybe. He looks at his plan. Um, for me, I I'm not thorough with it. I looked at mine in the summer, and then I'm gonna have to change that. But give yourself some room for life to just kind of happen, anyways. And you could come up with a plan A, B, C, unless you're like some type of type A, super organized, super punctual people. Have you ever met those type of people? Like they just always have everything scheduled. Their planner is so neat and fully done. Their room is completely spick and span, and like those type of people, they can do that. But good luck everybody else. I'm not. I'm not that way. So I'm trying to learn, right? Just try to learn and keep growing. That's what's really important. Doing the best and being the best you could fucking be. And going into the new year. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna leave that at that. I hope you have a great night. Cuddle up in your bed, watch, I don't know, something relaxing enough, but not stimulating enough so you could go to sleep and dim the lights down. Yeah. And enjoy this, I don't know, the fact that you're cozy and in your house and grateful at least about that, I would hope. And I enjoyed this little chit chat so much. And catch you on the next one.